Hello guys, welcome to NXBT new video. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about the price of Bitcoin. So today is Monday, another Bitcoin weekly candle close, and today I'm going to do a different video. So I'm going to be talking about some of the topics that I posted on my social media, especially Facebook. If you guys want to go and follow some of the posts that I make daily regarding what I see day to day on Bitcoin moves, you can go and follow us on Facebook. So there are two specific posts that I want to discuss today, and one of them being the one where I discussed that Bitcoin weekly candle closed below the $77,000 today, increase the probability of price having to retest the legacy trend line around 70K to make sure Bitcoin is done with our legacy trend line and the 59,000 level. Firstly, I would like to say, as you can see, that Bitcoin closed clearly above our 77,000 level. And you can see that this weekly candle had a high of $79,500, and we closed at $77,729,000. So we are clearly close above the 77,000 level. But the thing is, we closed exactly at the top of our bear market downward channel. So you see the bear market downward channel. It's the channel that I follow every bear market. Bitcoin does exactly the same thing. So I tend to follow this channel, and Bitcoin coming out of this channel is when the bottom should be already in, and that means we are breaking out of this channel and beginning to prepare to make new highs. Keep in mind that the bottom is already in. So I've been advocating that the DXY moved had a different move compared to the typical bear market. Having DXY below the 200-week moving average is not common during bear market. Usually it happens uh, before. You can see having the DXY below the 200-week moving average is when we start the acceleration phase for Bitcoin. That means the bottom is in and we are prepared to accelerate. You can see the same thing. DXY below the 200-week moving staying there is when Bitcoin accelerates. So seeing this happening at the moment, you can see that the DXY is clearly below the 200-week moving average, and switching is still silver, but you can see it's showing sign of weakness. The quickness is increasing. You can see there's a potential for the DXY to continue to break to the downside, and this could probably switch the super gap indicator to become red again. So meaning more weakness on the DXY. And I remember saying that a weak DXY would represent a strong Bitcoin. So Bitcoin clearly strong now. The most important thing, I say that Bitcoin was mimicking gold. You guys can go and check that video where I show the chart of gold breaking below its measured legacy trend line. Stayed there for 7 weeks, but Bitcoin stayed below this legacy trend line, let's say for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 weeks. 12 weeks. So the 12 weeks are pushed to the upside. So with a very beautiful close above the legacy trend line, especially as well above our 77,000 level. And the only thing that is actually keeping our attention. I say that the market would be sitting down here and seeing where it's going to go next. So because we have this resistance, this top of each channel is very important. Any break above this channel would put Bitcoin in acceleration mode. I believe it would start accelerating the way it did during this time. So I think this move could be really fast, but only if you break above the 80. So this would happen only if you break above the 80 and start breaking this channel. It's going to accelerate quickly. And you guys can see where I have my target already. I think this move could be quick and go to the price level that we've been talking about. We spoke about this level, the $380,000 in the previous bull market. We didn't reach. That's because the middle of this upward channel was a major resistance level. We didn't see altcoin outperform Bitcoin because Bitcoin had a resistance and the market had a small growth compared to other Bitcoin bull market. You can see, especially this one was really fast and straightforward. But I think something like this is kind of is on the make. Something like this is on the make. If Bitcoin break the top of its channel, it's game over. The bull will start very aggressive to the upside. So we have this bid for close. I also posted saying that it would be normal to see Bitcoin coming and retest the top of this upward trend line, the legacy trend line, one more time, just to make sure we have this level secured before we start moving up. This could happen, this could happen. But the reason why I'm still waiting to see if it's going to happen or if it's just going to break straight away is because we have, of course, if you're going to look at the DXY and Bitcoin ratio, I told you guys that we were in a very critical level, and you can see that the ratio just broke decisively below this bottoming, upward channel. Every time the ratio breaks this upward trend line, it's game over. The bottom is in. You can see every single time broke. Now we broke decisively, which means potentially the bottom is in. The only thing that we need to do now is the 50-week moving average. You can see that the ratio is stuck on the on this line, just waiting, of course, for the confirmation. A second confirmation. I mean that this 50-week moving average looks like what I just showed you. It looks like this top of this bear market double channel. We are not out of the wood yet, but we are just at the door waiting to open. So you can see that's why the ratio is stuck here. Once we have this move above the top of the channel, this is going to break loose, and the bottom is we can forget about the bottom, and the market will move fast. You can see that the ratio is confirming. RSI broke really below the 50 level. It's now 41, really good. And I can tell you guys, based on this indicator, I can tell you that the bottom is in, and whether we're gonna have a correction, or a test of this downward upward legacy trend line around the 70,000 level before we start moving again. I don't see why Bitcoin has to come and play with this trend line again. Once he had to fight to protect, I believe this will remain a great level of support before we break this to the upside. And you can see that the XY is still showing signs of weakness. As soon as he has a move to the downside, we most likely going to have Bitcoin pushing to the upside as well, but we need confirmation, of course. And this can happen this week or within 2 weeks. So, but we're going to have to sit down and see exactly what's going to happen. But we have good evidence that the bottom is in. And to reinforce this idea, look at the fear and greed index. Look, We have 73 now. We are in greed. And if you look at the chart, you see last time we were at this level, the 74 in 2025 was a great level of resistance for sentiment. Once we broke above it, we went to 110,000 level. So we are sitting at 77,000 level, and now we have greed at 73, just 1 point below the resistance that allow us, once broken, allow us to push above the 77,000 level. So everything is aligned to a point that we're gonna have. We might have a huge acceleration of the price of Bitcoin, like we haven't seen on the previous bull market. So the sentiment you can see is always supporting this idea. Anything above the 74 will definitely break this channel to the upside. And next thing you see, Bitcoin is already at 110,000 level. And a lot of people are going to be surprised about that idea, this move. But not us. We've been studying this every week, every day, sharing this information with the people out there, our followers. And I would like to ask you guys to show more love. Yeah, it doesn't cost you anything. Just support and share, like, and of course, make money. Make money, support your family, support your friend, support your cause, and do good with whatever you can achieve by looking at this chart. So that's the video for today, guys. I'm really thankful for everything. I've been studying this stuff to try and help people and help myself, help my family. And that's the most important thing for me. And I hope you enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like, subscribing, and share it with friends. Share this thing with people. And I will see you next week, or we might still have another video this week, because you can see that good news might happen within days, hours, who knows. And bye. See you next time.